This is not how I thought I was going to start vlogging about my car, but here we are, and you might see there's some work going on in the background there. We got Manuel here from melsdent pulling out a couple of dents that I managed to put in the roof of my car. And the story behind that is basically that I had to pick my bike up from my cousin's place, and then I had some errands to run. And usually when I have my bike up on the car, it's just a straight trip out and back to the house from wherever I'm going, so I remember that I have the bike up there. But this time, because I was out doing other stuff too, when I got back home I forgot I had the damn thing up there. So I carry it on a rack that uses suction cups to attach to the windshield, and then the rear wheel comes down onto a pair of suction cups that's on the roof. So anyway, I ended up pulling into the garage with the bike still mounted up there. It caught the top of the garage door that you see behind me, and it broke my windshield as it pulled I guess tried to rip the front mount, the suction cups off the windshield. And it did that. It ripped it off, and then the bike fell over sideways onto the roof. So basically the front brake caliper and one of the pedals, that's what landed on the roof and dented it up. That's what Mel is pulling out from the roof at the moment. And honestly, I thought the damage to the roof was going to be a lot worse than it actually was. It just turned out to be a couple of dents and a crease. I mean, it still looked ugly, but it didn't mangle it like I thought it had. So hopefully, lesson learned. Don't do dumb shit again with the bike up on the roof. But anyway, let's get back to what Mel is up to and see what he's doing. That's the rest of the damage to the windshield. That's going to be replaced in about a week or so, I guess, whenever BaySide Glass gets the windshield in from the dealer. Alright, so I think we're almost done with the one that was in the front over here. I don't know if you can see, yeah, like right there. Still a little bit. We've got some scratches left, but those will come out later, I suppose. We'll polish them or buff them out. So Mel is now setting up to get the dent that's at the back. And you might be able to see a little bit of it over here. Yeah, right there. You can see that clearly now. A little bit of a dent and the crease running off to the side. So in order to get to these dents, Mel had to pull off some of the interior trim bits a little bit, like that A-pillar trim panel over there. And then he has also removed the B-pillar trim panel and pulled the headliner down a little bit. It doesn't have to come off all the way, just enough so that he has access to the back of the panel from where he can then work on the dent.
Material?
Yeah.
It just makes it really, really hard to go through it or try to make contact with the metal. But I think I'm making contact. It's working out. It's just gonna take a little bit.
Putting some heat in the panel to help pull the dent out. So for all you Camaro folks out there, there is some sort of sound deadening material attached to the inside of the roof panel back there in that area where I have that dent. And what Mel was basically telling me is that you can't really get directly to the metal with that stuff there. So he's working on the dent, and should come out. Alright, so this is the final step, right?
Yeah.
Polishing out the scratches that were left over.
So even though the scratch didn't come out 100%, it's a lot better.
Yeah, it's not really very visible.
Yeah. Once you polish it, you kind of blend it in and disappears. Luckily, it was not too deep.
So now all the dent repair is done, and Mel's putting the headliner back in, and then he's going to reattach the interior trim pieces that he had to remove to get access to the back of the roof. So after fixing the roof, we were just going over the car to see if there are any other dings or anything like that. And sure enough, I had two massive door dings as well. Well, two on the passenger side door and a really big one on the driver's side door. And I don't know when this happened, but probably over the last few days in the grocery store parking lot. Inattentive people opening the doors wildly into cars parked next to them. Well, we're going to take care of this right now. Just taking a little bit of a scratch that there was in there. So he's taking that out. Makes it easier to see the dent. After I got the dents in the roof fixed, I've got Alessio here from BaySide Glass to put a new windshield on the Camaro. And they got me a killer deal on the factory glass. They came highly recommended too, just like melsdent. So we're going to be watching them work on this thing today. Right now they're taking off some of the trim pieces at the base of the windshield, and then they'll start pulling whatever other stuff off so that they can get to the glass itself. Rob here is prepping the new glass for installation.
Silicone off.
As common as this kind of work is, I don't think any of us really know how it's done. Only the pros know this. So
Tell them what you're doing with that sponge.
Getting all the silicone off.
Alright, so that piece of trim at the cowl is going to come off. The wiper arms have already been taken off.
Yeah, so this is a fiber, we call it fiber wire. What it does, it cuts stronger than a knife without damaging the frame or bending it. No scratches, no nothing. It might rip around these cuts, but I doubt it.
Alright, so it basically goes all the way around the windshield, in under the glass basically.
Yep, underneath the glass.
As the string moves closer to the black bat, Alessio has to take it off and move it to another part of the windshield. So Alessio is nearly done cutting through the glue. Just the last little bit is left now. Alright, so the glue's been cut, and now they're gonna lift the windshield off. Oh, there we go. Oh, let's see what this thing looks like without any windshield. Now you're gonna remove all the old stuff basically. So it gets a new, I guess, weather seal and all that.
Oh yeah, it's already on there. Right?
Oh, it's on there, okay. So it comes attached to the glass. So now all the weather seals have been taken off.
So this B2B is designed not to scratch your car. Because you need a sharp, you still need a sharp piece of metal to trim it.
Right.
But the B2B, like a lot of guys, they use these bars.
Better view from here, yeah. There we go.
You see how it doesn't cut your plastic, your side plastics, all that?
Alright, so Alessio is putting the glue on. So this is the moment of truth. All right, new glass is on.
That's it. So you can't move it. The holes. That's it.
Yeah, those pegs hold it in place.
Normally you need tape, but.
And I've never been so excited about a windshield being replaced, but it's nice to see this thing not looking broken and trashy. All right, YouTube gang, we are finally done fixing the damage that I did to the Camaro. These guys have done their job. New glass in place. Car's finally looking like it should. Thank you BaySide Glass, and thank you Rob and Alicio for bearing with me while I filmed this whole thing.